What up, peoples? Hello, hello, hello.
I fucking love Baby No Money.
Aaron loves all of Baby No Money's songs.
My friend literally recently Baby No Money is in Hong Kong right now, and she went to his concert, and she was just sending me videos of him, and I was like, oh my god, this looks so fun! I should go next time. Hi.
He's
Hello.
actually pretty accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, guys?
But do I think he's so cool? Hell yeah. All right.
Just a quick little roll call.
Yes. Chow, you redeemed first. Woo! Look at you.
Chow was first.
Snorlax, hello. Domo, hello. Delverton, hello.
Zitron,
hello. Snizzle, only 3 stream streak.
Remember, Snizzle got sick.
Disgusting.
Everyone got sick.
Tisco, hello.
Got
The
sick.
smartest TCG opening duo. What?
What?
Hi, Cool Brew.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Eric.
Rip
Hi,
Con.
Delverton with a 15 stream streak. Yeah, Snizzle. Where's your 15 stream streak, huh?
Dude, don't call him out. He's a sick man.
So am I, and I showed up.
No, you didn't. What up, Rivcon? Hello.
And I did not shower.
Yeah, Aaron did not.
Full stop. I did not shower.
Aaron joined the Stinker Club.
Stinky though.
The Stinky Nun Shower Club.
I don't stink. BB no card opening. TikTok's greatest says quick shower.
It's another night of DRX talk, I bet. No,
I still haven't watched a new episode, so
I will stop Aaron before she gets there.
Okay, but who has started watching it? I just want to know.
Dre,
who's your streamer who showers? Dre, thank you for 5 months. Woo!
What up, Bo? Hello, Supreme King. Hello. Was goody?
Hello, Supreme King. Hi, Bo.
Tisco, wait, infant no currency in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's in Hong Kong.
He is?
Yeah. Oh. Shona just saw him live.
I didn't even know he was in Hong Kong. Senegang's like, ew.
Ew. Does watching through reels count?
You know,
that's a little bit.
That's a good point, boy. It probably does. A
little bit, but to be very honest, it's so good. It's so good. You gotta watch it.
Oh my god, Cool Brew called us out. Are you guys starting to wear matching shirts?
He does this all the time. He copies me all the time.
I started coughing. I think I got it from...
You're in New York, in the most like dense city in
BBQ. That is COVID
world.
central.
You'll be.
That is where patient zero started, man. In New York.
I didn't shower either. Thank you for your for letting us know.
New York is the disgusting
Rifcon.
I love New York, but it is a filthy city.
Rats
that are eating other rats.
Rats.
You got COVID patient zero out there. It's bad, man. It's bad. Haven't started it, but I'll do sometime this week when my friend goes. Ooh.
Nice. I've been reading the webtoon and it's been good. It's been a little bit different. Like they shifted the scenes a little bit. But overall it's still really good.
Riv showing support by not showering.
Standing by us, yes.
You know, if that's how you support Riv, I respect it. I respect it. Just don't be stinky.
Won't start probably. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Asmin, go.
You get Pokecourt Despair. What does that mean?
Yeah, what is Pokecourt Despair? We love Pokecourt. So what's the despair Pokecourt? What is the despair around Pokecourt there? But yeah, we have a very light day today, largely because we have Phantasmal coming in tomorrow. I'm getting a... I'll talk to him later. Largely because we are getting a bunch of cases tomorrow. I did say already the boxes are $280 per. So if you guys want to reserve boxes, let us know now in ASAP because these boxes are very hard to get. I was supposed to get a lot more from my contact, but they told me that this set for whatever reason has less product. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe they just like have more for themselves. I have no clue. But either way, if you want to get product, like let me know ASAP so I could like at least allocate as much as possible for you guys. But please let me know. Boxes will be $280 per. Market is already like 300, 305, so like $20 less. That's pretty much it with the pricing for the booster boxes. What the? Oh, nice. Did I hit up my crack house guy? A different crack house, cooled brew. It's a different crack house. This place is actually a crack house on steroids. Very nice. It looks very prompt and proper and everything. But when you go to the back, they have all the goodies back there. So this is one of our larger suppliers. So for them to tell us that they got less, it's not necessarily concerning. It's more so just like it just is what it
Another
is.
local crack house.
Yes, we got
Support your local crack houses.
support the local crack house.
The
Guys,
crack
you know.
house connoisseur.
We try. So we'll have boxes on Friday. But the one caveat I will say though is that we're likely not streaming on Friday. And that's because Aaron, I think, should deliver the news for why we probably won't be streaming on Friday.
Oh, we are going to a FlyQuest event.
Mhm.
I think it's open to public, to be very honest. I don't think it's like anything crazy special.
Mm.
But the thing is, Trisha was the one who actually personally invited us. So, Trisha, CT, and I are gonna go to FlyQuest event tomorrow, and it's basically like
It's their Von Dutch release.
yeah, it's their Von Dutch, like the League is Dead one, which I'm really excited for.
It actually looks really cool.
So apparently, but I didn't know. So we just like we got the invitation, and then or we got accepted into the invitation, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Trisha's leaving her house. Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Guys, you don't even understand how many times I've tried to bring Trisha outside into the IRL.
So many times.
But like, yeah, she won't. She'll like actually ignore my messages instead. Whenever I say, hey, do you want to meet IRL? She'll be like, come to my house. And I'm like, IRL. And then she'll be like, she'll just ignore. Outside is scary. She also ignores my messages. But yeah, so we're gonna go, and we didn't know this, but we have to apparently dress up like it's a funeral. So we have to dress
There's a
up
theme
like
to it.
but the thing is, like, I thought, like, just wear black, right? But she was like, oh, Erin, what are you wearing tomorrow? I'm like, I don't know, just black, right? And she was like, last time, here's what I wore. And she showed me a full ass dress, and her being like all like decked out, gorgeous by the way. And I was like, I don't know if this is what I was thinking. Like a funeral, but not goth.
Mm-hmm.
Offer her Pokemon cards or Pogo. I tried. If we didn't go outside, we wouldn't have gotten sick. That is true.
True.
Motherfuckers. How are you guys feeling, by the way? Trisha always gowns and goes overboard to the point that she looks amazing, but it's way overdressed. But she didn't look overdressed in the photos, at least. Just dress like you're in a Tim Burton movie. I don't think I have Tim Burton clothes.
Definitely not.
How much for Riftbound? Okay, Korhal, don't be mad, but I actually would just use that as bait.
Wow.
I use that on the title for bait, but we're only opening Riftbound for Tisco.
But Tisco is here today, so we can actually open it.
Just have a cough left. Me too. Borrow one of Trisha's dress. She has so many. And then she was like, oh, Erin, you probably have the same size as me. You can just wear one of my dresses. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I was going to wear slacks. And like a nice shirt. And then maybe like one of my kimono tops. Like, not kimono. What was that thing called again? Not kimono. The shorter one.
The howdy.
Oh, howdy, yeah.
Baiting in league, now baiting on
Hey. I bait really well, okay? I bait really well.
We did say that the packs are not for today. I did specify on the Discord server.
Korhal just went lurk. That's crazy. You said you're selling packs. No, not yet. We are trying to get more.
I did get 3 boxes. So unless they completely royally ass fuck me, we are gonna get 3 boxes coming in next week. I did specify that wasn't today, that we have boxes coming in early next week. So I was able to get a very small supply of it. I don't think it's really fair to run boxes for that. Um, what
You only
about
mentioned T1 and T3 member.
we don't
What
have any
about
tier
T2
two.
members? No one is a T2
There's
member,
no
and
one T
do
two.
not do T2. You will
Yeah.
get nothing out of it. You will be treated the same as a T1.
It's just T3 and 1. 2 is just
Yeah.
floating
Oh,
in the
also that is
void.
something that I actually wanted to mention, and I kind of wanted to apologize as well. So, you know how we've been kind of like pushing the whole tier 3 thing, and the reason why is because it actually helps us like with the algorithm. Um, but with the actual like products and how we were giving it to T3, I actually think it was pretty fair for T3 to get first because like get dibs on the product first. But I don't think that it was fair for us to not also give the second, like the tiered ones
Priority over
priority,
non-subs.
yeah,
Yeah.
over non-subs. So that was my bad. I apologize for that. I really do think that I should we should definitely do that next time. So the next time what we're gonna do is tier 3, tier 1 subs, and then we're gonna do the non-subs.
Yeah. And then
Just because of the support that you guys have given us, and I don't think it's fair.
yeah, and then IOUs are at the very bottom, unfortunately. Like
Yeah.
that is the least prioritized, unfortunately.
If you guys have an
Um,
IOU, like you guys get the ducky race or whatever, but you guys have to do an IOU. We cannot stand giving IOUs over people who are willing to pay like then and there.
Chow says Rip
Okay,
Founders.
so I actually thought about founder perks as well, and I was like, do founder perks go before tier 1, or do they just stay there? But it just adds so much to found like the stuff. I feel like founder perks will do like more in the future. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've been thinking. Sorry. Founders mean nothing. Ah, of course, here we go. Here we go.
Oh god.
Did someone mention T1 Michael? City Guy, did you watch the game?
Dude,
It was
Faker.
so good. Faker, money
Rip
maker.
#1 founder. You know what, Chow? You'll get an exclusive badge that says you're the #1 founder, okay? You'll have a one of one badge only for Chow, okay? You will be #1, okay? That's what you get. You get a special badge that no one else gets. That is Chow's extra
I
sprinkles
fell
on
asleep
top.
game 3, but I didn't doubt. Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Hell yeah, let's go. Some founders are in the chat. Some founders, they're not even on Twitch right now, Snizzle.
Yo, we have one
we
person,
have one founder that doesn't exist
but
anymore.
we can't remember who it is.
They don't exist on Twitch anymore. So we're just like, oh, that's kind of scary. Scary. So, but that's why we kind of wanted to at least promote like tier 3 and tier 1.
Also for
Because at least you guys are always present. You know?
Also, CT and I were going through our numbers, and although we did really well, we realized that there's a lot of IOUs, and we can't afford to do a lot of IOUs anymore. So, unfortunately, if you are doing IOUs, we can only wait 1 week, up to 1 week. If you cannot pay for that amount of time, then we're probably going to have to say no.
And the primary reason why we're doing it now than later is just so that like we can have like the scalability built in place without having to rely on like issues going forward later. And what I mean by that is that as we continue to grow as a community, there's going to be more and more people coming in, buying, and putting in orders. And we don't have the luxury to just give everyone IOUs. And so for us, our premise is that like you should only do it if you really, really need it. And like you are gonna get paid out like that week and you just really want to like open something that's like very time sensitive. We understand that. But it's just gonna be a week's time frame, solely because there's tons of other people that are like cash ready, that want to pay for product. And so we want to make sure that we're very conscious of everyone that wants to get in on something, and I do think that like even from an IOU perspective, like we don't charge like interest or anything on top of that. It is just a flat amount. So you guys are getting kind of like almost like a what is it like an interest free loan essentially. Um, we don't want to operate our business like that, like for like multiple weeks or even or in that case even further, right? So it's gonna be to the end of essentially when you start the stream. If it's Monday, you have until like the end of Friday, basically, is sort of like how we want to structure it, just so it's fair to all parties involved, and it also makes us our life a lot easier because
We
one of
can
the things
actually buy stuff when we actually,
correct,
yeah.
and one of the
Guys,
other
okay, to be
things,
very, very transparent, at one point, our IOUs were almost 1400. Our IOUs were almost $1,400.
yeah, at one point when I did the
That's,
math, it
yeah.
was just a lot,
And
like
$1,400
yeah,
is one or maybe two,
it's at least a case,
yeah, a case of something.
yeah, it's at
Yeah,
least a
it's
case,
a huge loss, and we just can't do that anymore. Yeah, it's that's why I'm trying to be really, really honest here. And the thing is, like, I totally understand when if you guys want to do IOUs, but it's just we have to have a time limit, and we always appreciate you guys, and we want to do as much as we
yeah.
can for you
We
guys.
also want to provide you guys
That's almost rent
opportunities.
money, yes.
Yeah, but we wanted to also provide you guys opportunities to be able to do that in case you needed it. Because I do get it. There are some sets that like you don't have the money right away, and it's a really, really fun set you want to rip. I completely understand that. It's no, it's not a loss, Delbert.
It's
It's
a
it's just
frozen
frozen
cash
cash flow.
flow
Yeah, it's just
and with
frozen
no
cash flow.
interest on top.
Yeah,
So we are basically not earning anything from that.
yeah,
And the thing is, like, things fluctuate up and down, and we just kind of like lose from that.
yeah. So
We lose in different ways.
so we're just limiting that so that that way like it's just a lot clearer for everyone.
Yep,
Um
it does.
Yeah, and it definitely does. Like, fortunately for Aaron and I, we've been in a very fortunate position to have, enough built up capital where it's not as like I guess it's not as like devastating, but it still like adds up and it definitely hurts when you guys want additional product for opportunities like Delverton said on getting additional product elsewhere. So we just want to make that very clear that IOUs, if you do need one, that is the least prioritized option essentially for everyone. So if there's a list of people from tier three, tier one, even non-subs will have priority over a tier one with an IOU. Just
Yeah.
as a heads up, because they're cash ready, they're ready to rock and roll, and then we're good to go. So we just want to address this now before it gets out of control later.
Yeah, and then also like you guys be like, "Oh, why'd they switch up on us?" It's because it's actually affecting our business.
Yeah.
That is literally it. It has nothing to do with like we're against you or anything like that. It's genuinely we're going negative. We're gonna go on
we're
negative.
we're doing our absolute best to like give you guys like the most optimal experience because I do know that a lot of other streams in fact, probably 99% of streams do not do that. They will not allow IOUs. We trust you guys as a community, and that's why we do it. But I
Yeah.
do know that like 99% of streamers would never allow that. I know that for a fact because my other streamer friends are like, dude, you guys are fucking insane. But they also said that too. I gotta give you guys a little bit of kudos as well, is that they said that our community is one of the most generous and just kind communities out there. I've seen my other friends' communities. I'm not saying that their community is not good or anything. They're just a little bit more like degenerate on like the far reaching side. But you guys are all like really quality people, and we always appreciate all you guys,
Yeah.
for coming.
Put it
through.
on my tab. Thanks. Credit card.
Yeah, credit card tab. Here we go. Yes, as Eric said, ours is just better.
Missing
guys.
out on pulling Lugia with Key. Anytime I hear IOU, it reminds me of the movie Dumb and Dumber. It makes sense that cash on the barrelhead trumps even a T3 with an IOU. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, don't be mad if we do that in the future. It's just because of our cash flow, and we want to give you guys a better experience. Yeah. I feel like it's unfair too if those IOU gets big hits. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. And then
Yeah.
also it's like sooner as well. You get it sooner. And like we've always made rules where like if you have an IOU, we won't send you your product. I think that's pretty fair to be very honest. But then they also lose out on things too.
But I also want to be very clear too that everyone who has done an IOU, you guys have all paid
Oh
back.
yeah,
So
we have
you guys are
always
all
gotten everything
fantastic.
back.
Everyone who's asked for an IOU, we are not demonizing you guys. You guys have been really, really prompt with everything, really, really fast. So like we appreciate that. We're just saying like going forward.
God of Disaster said 1400 would have had me moving like those
Those
loan
loan
sharks,
sharks,
like,
like,
where's my cash, bitch? Where's my cash?
So that brings up a good point too. And the reason why I say that is that outside of streaming, our other we mentioned this a couple times before on stream too. Is that
Thank you, Chibi!
Thank you, Chibi.
Amos!
Let's go. Thank you, Chibi. But we did mention on stream our other source of income that doesn't just come from streaming is actually mostly from consignment. And so consignment is a huge, huge part of our business model. But we don't really mention it too much on stream because a lot of times it's private deals and all sorts of stuff like that. But I think at this point in our what?
Daddy long legs.
Where?
There.
Where?
Oh my god, that thing is fucking massive.
Where?
There.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Cause that's fine.
That's fucking massive.
It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything. Yeah, don't kill it. It's literally eats bugs, Aaron. It's fine.
Daddy, no.
Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill.
Put a cup on it.
No, it's
But what if
fine.
it starts having babies?
No, it's not gonna have babies. Oh my
Daddy,
God.
CT has long legs.
Apparently, I have long legs now.
No, you don't. Guys, CT is taller than me and my legs are longer than his.
Oh, yeah. But Aaron has a tiny little torso.
My legs are long.
Daddy long
They
legs.
take care of the mosquitoes. Is that true?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, bugs I knew, but I didn't
take
know
care of
about
mosquitoes.
the mosquitoes. Okay.
That's why you need them.
Yeah, we've been getting annihilated by those mosquitoes.
Yeah, those mosquitoes are killing us. I've been bitten everywhere. My whole arm is just mosquito bites. So spiders are great.
Yeah, look. I don't think they can see it.
Yeah. Anyways, we're talking about consignment. One of the things with consignment is that as we're kind of like growing as a community, we thought it would also be kind of interesting to show you guys some of the consignment we actually do privately. Just because I think like we don't always do a very good job highlighting what we do on Instagram brought over to our Twitch, like from like a business perspective. And sometimes I think it also is nice to just see like where the, I guess like other side of the business comes from. And there's a lot. Just chill.
It's going near a camera.
It's fine. There's a lot of stuff that happens, outside of like the streaming side. And one of the things that we actually did recently was a very long 1.5 to 2 month process of moving a very specialized one-of-one item that was in the 5-figure category. But as you can imagine, when you have items that are that rare and there's hardly any information on it, it becomes a very hard piece to move, largely because there's no one's seen it before. It's a one-of-a-kind piece. And I'll let the person who bought it be able to kind of showcase it to the world and show how awesome it is. So I'll let him do that. But what I can say is that it was a 5-figure purchase for a one-of-one sheet that has never been seen before. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually one of the most beautiful uncut sheets I've ever seen. It's a 10 by 10 sheet. So there's 100 cards on the sheet. And it's of the top rarity cards of the entire set. And it's also from a TCG that normally never has any uncut sheets. So when he was able to get that, there's a lot of back and forth. We had like talks and discussions about condition of the sheet, where it came from, its origin story, all that stuff. And it was a lot of back and forth. Godzilla sheet. It wasn't a Godzilla sheet. Thankfully it wasn't a Godzilla sheet. But it's actually, when the person's able to share it, I'll let him do it because I want to give him the opportunity to, bring in like all the glory for it. It is such a beautiful sheet that like I think when you guys see it, you'll really understand like how crazy it actually is. It's never been seen before. It's not in a traditional TCG that has uncut sheets for tournament play.
No, not MetaZoo.
Yeah, not MetaZoo. It's so cool to see when we can actually reveal that. But I want to just like say like thank you to like both parties involved with that because that was a 1.5 to 2 month process. And I will say, guys, it was a really crazy commission because for me personally, I can say what the commission is.
Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot. But I can tell you why like these things are really important to us because from a commission perspective, that amount is so big that the commission for me for doing that piece is $2,000. So you can imagine that when you're working on pieces like this, a lot of times when you do commission, it's like, okay, $100 here, maybe $200, maybe a couple $100 tops, right? But some of these larger consignments, they can range from like a low thousand to like the really high thousands. And in some cases, there's another item that we're also in the process of moving right now that will be a five-figure consignment piece. So 5 figure in terms of the commission, sorry. So there's a lot of things that we do on the sideline that is takes up a lot of our time. And so I just want everyone to kind of be like aware that when we are streaming too, there's also that other component as well. And like we'll actually address some of the stuff so you guys can see some of the things that we're actually moving. First up, actually, let's bring up the Instagram page that we have. Instagram. This is one of the items that we've also been asked to consign. If you guys don't know
Not
what
this
this
exact
is,
number.
not this exact serial code, but the exact same card in the exact same grade. This is a card that is, if anyone knows Weiss, this is like
Yes, Tora.
this is like the big daddy of
Hi,
big
Tora.
daddy cards in Weiss. Like outside of the trial deck My Sakurajima that like sold for 77,000 by us, this would arguably probably be the second biggest card in the entire Weiss hobby. This was the BGS Black Label BCS and Melee from 2018. There are only 18 copies of this card in the entire world. There might be a couple, like one or two floating extra copies, but in terms of official authentic copies,
Yes,
this is
champion
the
card.
this is the regional championship card where there's only 18 official copies awarded, and it is like the ReZero card that every ReZero collector wants. For context, to give you guys how much this card went for when we sold it, we had a BGS 10 that we had, and we sold that one for $32,000. So this is a black label. So a black label would go for a lot more. How much more? This market's a little bit different, so it probably won't be as insane as when we first sold the BGS 10 for 32,000. It's definitely come down since then. But I would say it's at least around like at least the 40 to 45K range if I had to like realistically give you a number on it. It's a one of a kind piece that just hardly anyone has in the entire like Weiss collecting world. And this is one of like the crazy pieces that like we're asked to move, very quietly. Like we don't like really showcase it too much on our Instagram either because it is a private consignment. But these are some of like the private things that we deal with outside of just the streaming world. And here's one of them. So this item does move. It's another fat commission that will be really good for both Aaron and I. But again, it's like trying to split the time between both the streaming and the consignment. So that's one card. The next one, you guys probably be a little bit more familiar with, but maybe it's still a little bit foreign to you guys, is the Neo Revelation box. So this is the Neo Revelation first edition booster box.
What do you guys mean when you say private consignment?
So private consignment basically is there's public and private. Public is when we are allowed to post everything on Instagram and be able to like freely advertise that we have XYZ items. And so people can kind of like share it with their friends, tell them that like we're signing that or we're consigning this and yada
So we
yada
are
yada.
kind of making it public by saying this, but the thing is, like, as long as it doesn't go around too much, like
Yeah.
on Instagram, because like we trust you guys, but on Instagram, that's what I would say.
Yeah, they want to
It's more
basically
public.
curate the audience of buyers to particular people that they would like to buy the item. A lot of times when you have like public consignment where it's readily available for everyone, the thing with that is that yes, you bring in a lot more eyes that way, and there's more people kind of like bidding on it. But for like the really really high end items like this kind of stuff, they don't want like everyone looking at it and trying to make an offer on it. They only want the best of the best bidders, and so it is my job as a consignee to basically get the absolute top tier buyers, like the like creme de la creme of like private high end buyers. And so that's sort of why like when you see like the big cards, they don't ever hit our public Instagram, largely because they want to keep it that way. They don't want people to like see it like from all different angles because they want to make sure that it's in the hands of like the top people. And unfortunately, the way that the high-end market works is that when you are approached privately for an item of that caliber, it means a lot more to that private high-end collector than it would be to publicly post it, because it means that you really thought carefully about who you thought would be the best buyer for this item, and that means a lot to these kinds of buyers. And so that's why a lot of times with private sales like that, the reason why you never see like these public numbers on them is because there are certain kinds of individuals that are going to be the right fit customer for that.
Like a Birkin,
Yes,
yes.
like a Birkin, and they really respect that like you ask them first before the public. And that's how a lot of these big deals get done is by talking privately to these individuals versus trying to publicly blast it. And you're just a number like in the sea of people. And the other thing that I will always stress, if you guys ever get into this market of like consigning or moving really high-end products or high-end cards, um, is that don't utilize other people's offers as leverage. Um, a lot of people do that because it's supposed to be an open market, like anyone can offer, right? That's why it's a public marketplace. You use things like, eBay and like Alt and like Golden and public platforms like that to make your public offers. But if you're doing a private sale, most private buyers get very disrespected when you utilize their offers as leverage to try to coerce someone else to offer higher. If you ever get in a situation where you're consigning a high-end item, do not do that. I've had too many situations in the past where people try to do that. It's extraordinarily Timmy. You will also probably be like fisted from other high-end collectors will talk to each other and say this guy is trying to use us as leverage to get higher offers elsewhere. Like, yeah, all of them talk to each other, no heel, and all of them know each other. Like, if you think that like these high-end people don't know each other, you'd be completely mistaken. Almost every super high-end buyer or collector in a particular niche, they know who the other big buyers are. And so it is not in your best interest to ever try to utilize their offer as a negotiation tactic. Um, People might say otherwise in other streams, but I will tell you this: I have sold a lot more high-end cards than almost any streamer has, outside of maybe a couple people that you guys might know. Um, it is not a very good business tactic to use. Always just make sure that like all offers stay even keel. Don't utilize other people's offers to like offset one person or use it as leverage to get them to bid higher. Whatever their top offer is, accept that offer and don't try to like extend it. It's just not a
Mm-hmm.
very good business practice. Um, but that's also why too, like, opportunities like this does come my way and Aaron's way, is because we're very transparent about it. So you have another box right here, which is the Neo Revelations first edition booster box. This box is one of the absolute like rarest vintage booster boxes out in all of Pokemon.
I've never seen one of these before,
I've only seen one in the
like
wild.
IRL.
I've seen multiple unlimited ones. I've never really seen more than one first edition one. Um, these boxes are stupidly expensive because of the fact that they have some of the absolute biggest monster cards in the set. So if we go into the TCG player, you guys can see some of the cards that they have in the set that is super desirable. So the one that probably people are most familiar with, if they've ever seen vintage cards, is the Shining Gyarados. That is like the card that everybody wants. Like Shining Gyarados and Shining Magikarp is one of like the foundational cards that every Hein collector really wants to add to their collection because like look at it. Like just click on the picture of the Gyarados. Like all the modern artwork of like the Shining Gyarados all stem from this original one. It's such a like fantastic piece that just people love to have as a vintage collector. And I can tell you that from a PSA 10 perspective, these are hitting
This
between
is damage unlimited.
yeah,
Hollow foil.
that's damage unlimited and it's still 260. So this is like a huge chase card. And in a PSA 10, these cards go anywhere between like 18 to like $20,000. Like it is a very expensive card that people will kill for. It is like every collector's like wet dream to own a Shining Gyarados first ed. Just super hard to grade. Not very many out there, and it's like one of the most iconic artwork from like vintage Pokemon era. And let's see what Chow said. I was trying to get a shiny Magikarp in a PSA 7 first at one point. Damn. Yeah, it's just one of those kinds of iconic cards that like anyone that sees it will be like, oh shit, I know what that card is. Cards that are less popular but still very in demand would be cards like the Entei, the Raikou, and the Suicune, the legendary dogs. So Neo Reb is famous for the legendary dogs being in the set. Suicune is actually the most expensive card in a PSA 10. My friend has sold that card for around $12,000 in a PSA 10. So these cards are extremely low pop. They're very hard to grade, and when you do find them in the wild, like everybody wants it. Um, it's just like one of those kinds of like beautiful cards that like it's just it's like a
Yeah.
it's definitely like a vintage collector's dream for sure. Um, Tay sent these in, and the grader was pretty
That's good.
Damn, that's good. Like the whole also is very popular. I recently got into Gyarados connecting, and it's painful. Oh, Gyarados collecting, you mean? And it's painful. Yeah, Gyarados is a very expensive Pokemon to collect.
Maybe just don't do the shining ones.
I
It might
mean,
save you.
even the non-shining ones
Yeah.
are expensive too.
But
Like,
also, I think Delverton, what he said is also interesting. Same stuff happens in real estate, but also lots of BS. Other offers pretend to jack
hmm
up the price.
correct. It's the same. It's the same issue, Delverton. That's why, like, as a middleman, the people who stay in this hobby and do really well long term are people who are just very genuine about people offering, and they don't try to utilize it as leverage. They're very straightforward, like, hey, X person offered this, Y person offered this, and Z person offered this. You basically just take the highest offer, or the person, I guess, who is like the most reasonable getting the deal done. Like, and also, I guess another thing to consider too with the high end market is that sometimes the highest offer isn't always the best offer. And you're probably like, why is that, CT? Like, why wouldn't the highest offer be the best offer? Because sometimes the highest offer comes with like payment plans. They might be like the highest offer, but it requires 3 months, to get the payment in, or 6 months. It's like,
It's like the same IOU
yeah, the
shit.
same IOU stuff all over again. So, um, you should also keep in mind too when people say like record high sale for a card. You should also ask too, was that money all paid out right away, or was it through kind of like an extended period of time, or was there trade on top?
Yeah.
That's why Aaron and I always do our best to always try to say with and all of our sales posts on Instagram, if there is trade involved or like there's some sort of timeline, we'll say, hey, this is paid instantly, or this is paid like on a payment plan. It included this level of trade affiliated with the items, because it provides a lot more transparency instead of just having like a
And then
blatant
cash over
number.
trade.
Like cash will always beat trade. So one thing that I really can't stand with a lot of the vendor space right now, and I'm not saying like all the vendors do this, but what they do a lot of times is they say, "Hey, this item sold for 20K," but they don't tell you whether that's trade or whether that's cash. And I think that's very misleading because a lot of times the trade they include are very overvalued. They overvalue a lot of their cards,
Cash is king.
and yeah, cash is king. And so they inflate items by saying, I sold XYZ item for like 20K, but that 20K really isn't 20K. It's not liquid 20K. It's like, it's items that are valued in that range. And a lot of times those items don't even hit those valuations when they sell them. Like it might realistically be like 15K once all the items are sold out into actual cash. And so I would always be very careful when you're buying very like unique pieces that don't have a lot of sales data. You have to always make sure that like what you're getting into makes sense, and if the cash versus trade is like legitimate, because there are a lot of deals too where, like, for instance, like ponchos, where a lot of it is cash deals, so you can kind of like understand like why ponchos are like very liquid. But even with ponchos in the early days, there are a lot of manipulation on poncho pricing as well, where people are utilizing trade value as like a guarantee for saying that the poncho is this now, and people started believing it, so they started paying in cash that amount. Um, that's also why too you need to also use like your common sense as well, and see like, does this number make sense, and like it don't just like be like, oh, it's expensive, so it doesn't make sense. Like that's not a good way of measuring it, but you should utilize like what that price of that card is compared to something else of like similar value or similar rarity, and see like, hey, this are these prices correlated properly? And if they're not, you can kind of tell right away, like, hey, this price probably doesn't make sense. There's probably a little bit of like, fluff regarding the pricing there. So just keep that in mind. And Kajai said, do you guys list your consignment on the Discord? We list like smaller items on our Discord, Kajai. So like items that don't quite fit the bill for our Instagram, we'll put it on Discord, like some of the smaller stuff. But when it comes to like the big things, we generally do not post in our Discord, largely because it's typically with like private clientele. Um, and that's sort of why I brought up earlier with the Neo Revelations box, if we go back to it. Um, this, I don't know if it's 85,000, but I do know it's definitely more than $60,000 for a booster box. So, to even just give you perspective, this box, if anyone had it, they would kill each other for this box. And so when this box finally hits consignment, it'll be very interesting to see what offers go in. Because
Yeah, we're going to LA
yeah,
Collecticon.
we're gonna be at LA Collecticon December, Aver. This will be a very interesting piece to see like what people offer, because even at like LA Collecticon, you would think like if you're at that show, oh, they're supposed to be the best vendors in the world there. They're gonna offer the most, right? Surely like those are the best buyers. Um, they all said no.
Aver, yeah, you can.
Aver, you can. Um, a lot of times the best a lot of times the best buyers aren't even at these shows. They're usually private people like based all over the world, from Dubai to Southeast Asia to Japan, China. Like there's so many different places that have like crazy buyers, and it's part of like the fun for me and Aaron to find the right home for items like this. And so here's just like one more item that we do have on the list. And what I can say is that if we do sell this box, the commission for this will be like really, really, really insane. So again, it's like trying to balance both handling this as well as handling the stream as well. And we just want to kind of show you guys sort of like what we do outside. So if like, I know sometimes you guys have asked before, like, oh, how come Aaron's like always talking to you guys like on Discord, but I'm not? A lot of the reason is because I'm late at night answering a lot of these kinds of phone calls and getting stuff like this so that we could like
If you go on the Discord calls at night, you know that this is actually happening. Like when we're playing League, CT's like literally texting people, talking to people on the call, and then sometimes even during streams he has to talk to people as well.
Yeah. So sell it to PokeCourt. I could definitely reach out to Courtney for sure. I don't know if like Courtney would want it, but there's a lot of people I have in mind for this box. And we'll just see like who offers the best, and you know what home it feels right to send it to. But yeah, nighttime for me is like my cooking hour, and so cooking hour is like I'm always doing the witching hour, right? And sometimes I feel bad because like I'm playing a league game with like everyone, like whether it's playing with Solid.
Is that why our win rate is so low? Probably.
Probably. I mean,
CT's running
I will say 2 of those games, Sabo, I was like half the time on the phone because I had to get this stuff done. So if I didn't get it done, my clients would be pretty pissed. So I was like, fuck, all right. So there's no account sharing. Oh my goodness. CT literally sat in a fountain AFK to answer a text mid game before. True, I have. I will not lie, I have. People always ask like, "Oh, come on, CT, like there's no way like you guys are like this busy at this time at night." And I will say, Aaron can attest to this, other people in chat can attest to this, I am this busy at night. We have international clientele everywhere, and so my schedule isn't about like whether I want to sleep or not. It's who I have to answer at the right time. And if I'm even an hour late sometimes, I can lose a deal. So I have to be very vigilant when it comes to like super high and stuff like this. Like smaller things, you know, I can definitely like, you know, take my time with it. But for things like this, it is all about timing and finding the right buyer at the right time. But what's even crazy to think about is if we go over to our overhead camera real quick.
For selling cards, used Collector app, and it was recommended on Discord to price out my cards. It says that most expensive card is worth $7 on a good day. I would not trust Collector app.
I wouldn't trust them on everything. They're a little bit like
slower.
A little bit slower. The team behind it is really great. Like I actually know the guys that build Collector, and they do a fantastic job. So they do amazing work when it comes to that. This is for Tisco. But when it comes to like being like 100% like on the dot in terms of what the current price is, it's not always up to date. I would use like Card Ladder or Alt for that. They're a lot more up to date when it comes to like the immediate price action. But they're a great app. Like it's probably one of the most proficient apps when it comes to being able to showcase your entire collection. But even for me personally,
it's loaded fries.
I actually
with chicken bits.
Chicken bits right here. The Nashville hot chicken. I only use them for more of like the
Alt doesn't do raw prices.
Yeah, like the standard stuff. Because even no, it's a
Aver, do you miss California food?
Aver definitely does.
It's not Dave's.
But even for like my collection, I actually don't use collector for a lot of my stuff
Mhm.
because you can't quantify some of the stuff that I have. There is for some of the items that I own, they're so rare that there are no sales data on it. Like
The sales
it's
data is
literally
his brain, by the
yeah,
way.
the sales data is up in here. I'm the only one that has ever bought an item like that, and so technically like the sales data is pretty much
Guys,
non-existent.
so basically what happens with sales data for Weiss is that I asked CT about a card and he goes, "Oh, I sold that this time, that time for this much to this person, and I'm pretty sure this person, this person, this person has those cards." Like that's what CT will tell me. And then he goes, "Hey, Aaron, can you create content on like Weiss?" And I'm like, "I I can't because it's all in your brain."
Yeah, some of the items that I do know about, that's why people ask us all the time about Weiss pricing because outside of me and maybe a couple other people, there's hardly anyone that has sold that many cards of that kind of caliber all across um different cards in Weiss. And so that's why I can also tell when people are lying about comps too, because I know who all the buyers and sellers are. I literally have an encyclopedic knowledge of who bought what and who owns what. So much down to the T where I pretty much know where every single top tier card has gone into what collector's hands. It's kind of like mentally insane to think about, but that's sort of like what my job is as a consignee is responsible for when you're dealing with cards of this kind of caliber. Like you need to know who has what, where it's gone to, and sort of like what to expect because those same clientele that are trying to buy the card want to know that information too. They want to know like, hey,
Never played Chi with CT.
who
People
has these
try.
cards? People try.
Wait, can I show them this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ta-da!
And so
Guys,
this was also what Eric pulled on Tuesday. And
we sold it
what's crazy,
yesterday.
we sold it yesterday. So this is going out tomorrow to one of our clients. He paid $1,000 for it. So
Yeah.
Eric got a very fat cash out, you know, and it's crazy to think that like this kind of card for a lot of people, right, would be like the highest sale you'll have from a consignment perspective. This is just one of many sales that like we do all the time with a lot of our clients. And so I have clients all the time asking me, "Hey man, I need all the most busted like 1 to 2K cards. I don't care if it's raw, graded, whatever. Just give me all of them. I'll buy it out." And I was like, "All right, buddy, you do you." So one of our clients bought Eric's copy. He was really happy, and you know, one of the things that like we always pride ourselves to like as streamers is that I don't know if you guys have seen other streams where people do this, but generally speaking, I don't know too many other streamers that are able to not only rip the cards you guys get, but then also sell it right away too, so that you guys get the most optimal payout. Um, we always do our best to give you
Thanks,
guys.
Eric.
Thank you, Eric. I also got to pay you out for this, by the way. Um, we do our best to give you guys like the full on experience, and whether that's grading, whether that's like the opening experience, the knowledge portion, the selling portion. That's sort of like one of the values that like we bring as like a couple is that because my background is in consignment and like the high end space, I can virtually move any card from the lowest end of the spectrum to the highest end of the spectrum.
But just
And
letting you
so
guys know though, we don't take cards under 1,000 or something that's not hot.
yeah, we don't take things that are not really hot or cards that are like over a certain threshold in terms of price. And in the past, it was like a couple hundred, then it became like 500. Nowadays, it's like really realistically kind of more in the range of 1,000 plus. And even then, we kind of like turn down cards that are like a little bit more niche that are 1,000. So realistically, if you really want to
Oh
consign with
yeah, even
us,
Tezu.
mhm,
So Tezu pulled the SEC and the New
Shinano,
Jersey. Yeah, sorry, SEC Shinano, and we sold it literally the next day.
yeah, for
And then
2,000, by the
yeah.
way. It was like a really great sale. I don't think anyone has sold the card for 2,000 actually.
Mhm.
So, um,
And we didn't even like announce it.
yeah, there was
The
actually
person just came to us.
one of our private clients that actually reached out to us to buy it because he really wanted it for his collection and he wanted to be one of the first guys to grade it. And so I told Tezu that although you may want to grade it and get like the max value, if you're gonna pay a premium like that and you know want it first, you should let that person have the opportunity to do that. And Tezzy was in full agreement there, like great sale, like let's get it done. And so that's sort of the value of also having really awesome clientele like that is that like you know they'll pay you really well. Like our clients will give you guys some of the best offer rates They just want the upside of grading the cards. And that's why I also tell you guys sometimes the best thing to do is actually to sell it raw. Because if you grade the card and you go out into the open market, it's not as easy as you think it is to just go out and say, hey, can someone buy this card for this crazy amount? It's unless you have the right kind of network to do it, or it's just like liquid enough, like a Charizard or something like that. It's really hard to find those kinds of buyers, and so we've been very fortunate to be able to develop
Yeah,
a
and
network
Tezu
of
bought
that.
your Jenny too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Tezu bought the Jenny. So, um, Aaron and CT, if my friend wants to consign the stone, I'll send him your way. Hey, feel free, man. If your friend wants to consign the Soul Stone CPM, I'd be more than happy to help with that. That's like that's what I
I
get really
actually think
excited
that
about.
people we would know
Yeah,
people who
I
would
think
buy
I would
it.
actually have a buyer for that CPM. If you actually told your friend right now to ask us, I think I might have a buyer for you right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I have someone in mind that probably would want it. Um, but that's also kind of like why we wanted to sort of address like the consignment side, because both the consignment side blends in now with the stream. And so if you guys ever have situations where you have some crazy collection or something comes into play, that you really want to get like the best value for the quickest possible time frame, like just ask us. It's not going to be a guarantee. Like I can't guarantee that you guys will sell everything through us. Like I know there's a lot of people that haven't sold things through us too.
Mm-hmm.
But we will do our best to basically find you guys the opportunity to cash out in the most optimal way, with also high quality individuals and buyers. So it's sort of like what we try to
That's
do.
crazy, Aver.
What is the best way to contact you for consignment? Cinegang, probably Instagram would be
DM.
the best. Yeah, Instagram would be most ideal for consignment. If you have like stream needs, ask us on Discord. If it's anything to do with like high end consignment, DM my Instagram. I leave all the high end consignment on Instagram like fully. So uh, Discord is just Aaron playing League of Legends.
Hey, hey.
Okay, Discord is also able for shipping needs. If you have shipping questions, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Ask Aaron. Never ask me. Please,
Yeah, do not.
please do not
Guys,
ask
he's
me
so
anything
useless.
about shipping. Do
Guys,
not ask me anything about shipping.
I have become so fucking pro at shipping now. I've made some mistakes before, but I've become so good at shipping now
Yeah.
that Champ even gave me an extra $10 for my boba money.
Do not ask me about shipping. That is the least of like. I want you guys to get your products right away, but that is Aaron's job. My job is to handle all the crazy motherfuckers trying to buy and sell stuff. Okay, that is my job.
Hey. I also upload Riftbound news, okay? Guys,
Sure.
apparently, fun fact, if you guys are banned on League of Legends or any other games that are Riot games,
You can't play Riftbound.
Riftbound.
So if you write it down in your Valo game, or you write it down in your League game and you get canceled for it, you can't play Riftbound, guys. Get slapped like that.
Just
Real
letting you know,
easy.
it's actually true. It's actually true. They did announce it.
Yeah.
Who
So-
wants my Riftbound boxes?
Do you see what Aver said to? Aver's like, I'm new here and I have a $50 card to consign.
Stupid.
Yeah, we're not gonna try to be a dick here, but what I will say,
Take that shit away from us.
if you guys try to consign any card below $1,000, I'll say it right now. Any card below $1,000, you guys try to consign that isn't like stupid level hot, do not bother asking us. I'm just telling you right now, do not bother asking us unless you rip it on stream. We'll help you, but if it's like some random card below that threshold, just don't ask us. Like I'll give you people to help you consign that. That would be better fit for that. Just letting you guys know as a heads up. I just don't want you guys to get offended by that either.
Basically, when you want to play Riftbound in like any regionals or anything, you have to be signed in with your Riot login
ID.
account.
Your Riot ID.
Riot ID. And when you do that, they have literally all, and I mean all of your
Everything.
previous information.
Everything. Absolutely everything. Okay, they're not pleb. Jesus Christ. No,
Actually,
they are not plebs.
We never did anything under $200, $300.
Yeah, the lowest I've ever done was $300 CPM. But like, you're not a pleb for having an item in that territory. There's plenty of incredible people who sell tons of $300, $500 cards, even $100, $200 cards that are doing super fantastic. They make insane levels of money, and I'm so happy for them, right? Um,
See, so
but
I don't know. I don't
when
know.
when it comes to us, we just deal with the high end stuff. Basically, anything that's like content worthy, essentially, is like what like we kind of preach
To
here.
play an official event, I'd need a Riot account. But to just play casually with friends, I just need friends. Damn, I guess I can't play.
Oh my
That
goodness.
sucks. Sorry to hear
Sucks
that.
to suck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Telverton. How easily are first edition Legends of the Blue Eyes cards selling on the current market? Um, Depends on which card you have, Matt Popcat. If you're talking about Blue Eyes itself, like the LOB Blue Eyes, I would say pretty easy. If you're talking about like more the lesser
We already
cards,
have like probably 3-4 buyers for
yeah,
that one.
I'd have a couple guys lined up already. If you're talking about like anything Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician,
Dark Magician
um,
Girl.
well done
No, that's not
from
Call of
LOB, from
Legends.
LOB. From LOB, it's probably those three cards I'll always have buyers for. The other cards a little bit more niche, but those three cards, Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, DM, those three cards in LOB, there's always buyers for it, like all the time. Chow said if you have a first ed sword. Dude, someone get Chow a goddamn first
We're
edition
not.
Swords of Revealing Light. I won't do it,
Aver,
but
we're not vending.
someone else needs to get him this card because
Guys,
this man has been asking for it forever.
Aver, apparently, Collecticon vendor badges, not badges, to vend at Collecticon, especially LA, people were selling or buying a table for like how much?
So it was ranging between 1,200 to 1,500 in the secondary market. People were paying that much for a little table, not like a bigger table. It's just a small little, like the small section possible. They were asking for $1,200 to $1,500 just to be able to vend at a Collecticon. I was shocked. Like I couldn't believe that people were paying that much in the aftermarket to get a table because they put that much value in Collecticon. I think that Collecticon's a great show, and I think that it's done fantastic. But I would never pay that amount of money for a table. Like that's crazy. Well, that's what's happening, Aver. There's a person that's botting all of the Collecticon tables,
Hi, Don.
and they're basically selling off the tables to the highest bidder. And so it's become a huge problem in the Collecticon space right now because all the private vendors are like going crazy. Like, oh my god, I can't get a table. I'm so screwed. Like, there's no table to get. And everyone's like freaking the fuck out right now. Like they're bugging out and paying top dollars. And the really sad part about all that too is that when they get a table, the last show that just happened, I talked to a lot of vendors. A lot of guys did not break even. They actually lost money vending,
Which is crazy.
which is insane. It's actually insane that you're at the highest foot traffic show in all of America when it comes to the collectibles, and you still lose money because the cost to have a table is way too high, and it's too competitive now. Like there's way too many people that all have the same stuff that you have, right? And so um, if I'm a vendor, you need to have unique pieces now. You can't just go in there and be like, I got all these Pikas and I got all these Charizards. Like, you're not gonna sell. I'm gonna tell you right now, like you're gonna have a really hard time. Um, it is going to be a disaster working against other people who have the same exact inventory.
What motivates people to be vendors? The fact that you can buy cards for like
Lesser
yeah,
percentages.
like 70%.
So I'll tell you guys a secret about vending that thank you so much for the 10 months. Thank you. One of the I guess you could say like not really tricks, but one of like the biggest pluses of being a vendor, you would think that if you're a vendor, your goal is to sell because you want to like sell things at the show, right? And that is like the ultimate goal is to be able to sell something, right? But actually it's the opposite. The reason why people love to vend is because they love to buy. And you'd be like, well, what's the point of that?
Without having to own a shop.
Yeah, without having to own a shop. And the reason for that is that they get to buy collections anywhere between 70 to 80%. If they're a little bit more generous, 85%. But generally speaking, they can get cheap inventory, like Kajai said, for 70 to 85%. They can then move that onto eBay and get their 85% because after fees, eBay takes about 13%, so they're left with 87%.
Depending what they use,
Yeah,
though.
depending on
If
what
they
they
use
get.
Prostein, it's like what?
Protein's even better. Protein
Yeah.
is like 5% for the really fuck stuff.
But another
Um,
thing is like you you can literally buy a collection, right? And if the cards happen to be clean, they can grade it.
yeah,
And like people are like all these people who have like binders and whatever, they'll like come with their like perfect condition stuff. And those are the only times you'll be able to see private collectors.
yeah. There's also a lot of older collectors that don't want to use eBay. Like they're
Hmm.
so sick of using technology. They'd rather just dump it at a lower percentage to someone at a show.
And collections as
And
well.
collections. And so collections are the number one most bought out thing at these shows. You'd be surprised what happens at these shows, man. Like I've seen some collections come in where it's like an entire first ed minty fresh cards of all of base set in their first edition. So that means Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Chansey. It's like straight up the cleanest of cleanest copies, all PSA 8 to 9 condition quality. And they'll literally buy it out at like near mint prices. So if you're buying out near mint prices on TCG Player, you're gonna make a killing because once you grade all those cards are gonna be like PSA 9 quality, and they're way more valuable as a PSA 9 than they are as a near mint copy. So all these people are making disgusting amounts of money by just being at the right place at the right time. And that's why people vend because of those kinds of opportunities. If you're online, you're not going to find opportunities like that because if you're online already, people are already more savvy to know that if you're doing online deals, these are people who already know what they're doing when it comes to buying and selling. They're getting
Oh,
their maximum value for that.
Kajai is a Magic the Gathering person.
Hey, let's go.
And goes, why do they do IRL vending then? What do you mean IRL vending?
Well, that's basically why I just answered that. That's exactly what
Oh,
they do IRL
and
vending.
then anytime you have people who got stuff from other people, they don't know the worth of it too. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's another thing, is like I think that a lot of people take advantage of the situation because a lot of the people who are collectors, or they found it in their basement, or their parents found it in their basement or whatever, they come to these shows because they feel like this is the only opportunity, and they end up getting fucked.
yeah. And
We've seen it countless
we've seen it
times.
so many times,
It's
and
actually really disgusting behavior.
it's also one of the reasons why like we're also grateful as consignees, as consigners, is because we help out so many people. There is times where like we get the craziest consignments come in where it's like, hey, I bought this item from you a year ago and I was so happy with the purchase. My other friend here just found his lifelong collection in his mom's basement. What do you think about this, right? And usually, when people say that, it's usually kind of like junk that people have that they don't know anything about.
Oh, Manguido!
Oh, Manguito, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much
the
for the
follow.
follow. Um, but because I know like what they've been buying, I'm like, okay, they're probably serious if they're asking me. And then they'll show me pictures, and I'm like, holy smokes! Like, there's people that I kid you not, guys. They give me like first edition Shining Charizard, like first edition base set Zard. Like, they'll have things like, what else? Like, it would probably be like really easy to understand. They'd have like tons of like sealed like hidden fates, evolving skies, like they have the craziest stuff, and they're just like, you know what, dude? Like, if you can move all this stuff, just take like 10% of whatever, right? And for us, it's like a no brainer because we already have buyers lined up for that kind of stuff, right? Super liquid, and that's largely because we just helped out so many people, and just was very transparent and honest about it. So, that's why I do think that the advantage of consigning versus always selling your own stuff is that there's no like there's no ulterior motive there. You're just trying to get the best value for your client. Whereas a lot of times when you're selling your own inventory, it's like, oh, what are they trying to do to get the max value out of it, right? Like, are they trying to like, tell this like story or narrative about making their collection look better? Like, we're very just neutral because we mostly nowadays we don't touch our own stuff. It's just purely consignment, and so that's sort of the value of being a good consigner is that you get like all the best stuff. And they're just like, hey, man, you take your percentage. We're happy with it because we know that we rather trust you than to go to some card shop or card store and get fisted like 60, 70% of our collection when they know that stuff's liquid as hell. So, um,
So consumers usually lose in vending events, usually, but it's also like for consumers, it's like an easier way to get access to things that you want like right then and there, and you can pay in cash and get the product right away. You don't have to worry about shipping, you don't have to worry about taxes sometimes.
yeah,
It's like it's kind of like a give and take, and then also sometimes we have a few friends like who know the prices in their mind already, and they have it in their brain, like ingrained, and they're like, oh, I know what I want and I know what the prices are for these things.
Yeah.
And they'll see it, and if the vendor for some reason didn't up their price or change their price, and let's just say it was a $500 card before, like the week before, and they forgot to change it, and now it's like a $600-700 card. You as a consumer, and you know the prices, you know that that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So those things also happen too.
Shows are great for buyers as well because you also, like CPM said, there are a lot of people that do misprice items. I've
Mhm.
seen it so many
Yeah.
times where, you
But
know,
I understand
you
because
know,
it's so
market changes all the time, right?
yeah.
And sometimes you don't see like when a change happens, and you could say, "Oh, it's kind of like scummy that you took advantage of that fact," right? But your job as a vendor is to be up to date with all the latest pricing data. And if you see an opportunity where they're mispricing something, and it's a great opportunity for you to take as like a consumer, then you should take those opportunities. There's a lot of convention
Doverton,
stuff
I'm not sure.
that's super underpriced. And for people who are even like more sophisticated, one of the other hacks that I'll teach you guys about is that at shows, a lot of people like to bring in sealed because sealed is obviously the most liquid typically when it comes to selling because everyone wants to open it, right? It's a very like nice item to have. But for sealed, the problem is that it's heavy and it takes up a lot of space. So if you're traveling with sealed stuff, a lot of those vendors don't want to bring stuff back. So if you wait till the end of the show and they still have their inventory, you can sometimes buy out all their sealed inventory for like 85%. And because rip and shippers like pay really well on some like these like more like I guess hard to find products, those same guys will get cashed out when they bring it back to the States for like 95%, 92.5%, whatever like the numbers are, right? And so there's a lot of opportunity in between there too if you're really smart. I have a buddy that makes a really good amount of money just buying out sealed product at all these shows. It's it's like these are the kinds of things that like they don't really teach you like online because these vendors don't want you to know this information. I don't care. I really don't. I'd rather have people like learn about
Hi,
the
Maxine.
hobby and
Hi, Zed.
understand how it works than just like keep it hidden and gate kept all the time.
Well, Zed, that one's a little bit different. That one was our prediction.
Yeah.
We were predicting that the Leafeon would go up higher.
But he is right that they sold it for us for cheaper because they couldn't move it.
That's true too.
So Zed is right like that. So
And you can haggle too in that instance because it depends for them. Like if they want more money, if they want more like liquid cash or something, and we're like, hey, like we have cash, would like to buy it. Your 550 item for 500. Is that okay?
Yeah. So it's like there's so many different strategies that you can implement when going to like these shows. And that's why I always say like utilize the hobby in both ways, right? Utilize it to have fun and like have a great time ripping. Like rip all you want, right? Have a good time. As long as like you're responsible about it, right? But to offset like the degen side of the hobby, right? Of like ripping and having fun, you can make plays like this and utilize your passion for the hobby to fuel opening up more stuff. That's what I always tell everyone is that some people like to just say like just keep on buying everything yada 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 like just have fun, right? But I'm not a big believer in that because I think it's really irresponsible. I think that's where like where people say the hobby's all about having fun. I think it's kind of misleading because at some point you do run out of capital to keep on like ripping and stuff. So what I tell people is that if you want to have like the max amount of fun, learn how to take the cards you guys get and make plays at shows and stuff like that so you could fuel that into like ripping other things you do want. So that way all the profit you make at these shows or whatever online purchases you make, you could utilize it for the next set you want to open and you don't have any kinds of like risk because it's just house money. And so Aaron and my philosophy around like the whole industry as a whole is use the hobby as like a tool to not only have fun but to utilize the information so you can have more fun without ever feeling the need like you're like gambling away everything. That's sort of like how like um I always looked at the hobby, and I think it's like one of the healthiest ways to do it. No ripping, I'm already falling asleep. Jesus Christ, barbecue. Tisco, you want to open your box?
Let's go open Tisco's box while we
Tisco.
talk. You can keep asking about these questions.
Yeah, you can ask all the questions. It's like an AMA today, basically. We just turned it into an AMA.
So like for new people that are here, a lot of the times what we do is we sell stuff. We sell stuff in waves. So we get like product in waves.
Whatever
we don't
you want.
always have product. Oh, you can
Yeah, you can
sell.
get it
We
right
can
now.
buy Gundam whenever you want.
I have it right here.
But like, so we don't really
Here's the Gundam
always have products. So unfortunately, oh, 11 months. Thank you, Bobby McBobby. My number one. My number one. Who never doubted my Teemo support. My number one.
I love how Cena says, but barbecue, what about the secrets?
Where's my
Where's my
founder's
founder
badge?
badge?
Wait, do you not have one?
Did Bobby not get a founder's badge?
I think he came later.
Oh. We did doubt his editing though, I'm sorry.
Oh, his editing is not there. Oh, Dre, yeah, your shipment is out. GG Anthony, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you, GG Anthony. Almost everyone's stuff is
Okay,
out.
yeah.
We're
Most people's stuff are sent out, except for the few people that asked to hold. And then I think there was Arrow that we haven't sent to. Few, of course, like the SoCal people.
Cool percent don't get the founder badge. It's like a tier 2 stuff. It's like the bastard child.
Kajai, yeah, we sent yours out. Sorry,
That's so
we
funny.
sent out so many 2 days ago that I forgot to tell people.
So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, guys, is that for everyone else that we haven't shipped out yet, we're gonna get those last orders out. I'm gonna make a giant Discord post with everyone's shipments that have gone out.
Shipments?
Shipments. I will post everyone whose orders have gone out.
Tisco?
And if you guys want your tracking, just like let us know. We'll have that ready for you guys. So I'll make a post tomorrow in the afternoon though with everyone's names of whose orders got shipped out.
Can I get a lollipop on my next shipment?
Oh my
Champ,
God.
you gave me shit. You gave me shit for putting candy in your stuff before. Can you put in your Discord link so I can join? It's in exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point Discord.
I miss those, JK. My cousin missed those. For you, yes. Can I get a oh yeah? All right, good luck, good luck.
Type 1 in chat if you gave Aaron shit for candy. Can I get free LP in my shipment?
There's no way.
I don't know about that.
Who did it? It was Champ. Hidden Blade. Rebuke.
And guys, I do have 3 more
313.
boxes that's supposed to come in next week.
Ooh, Ravenbone
So,
Torn. Tone.
Unless they fist me and cancel my order, which I hope they don't.
Radiant Dawn.
Oh! He got
Nice,
Time Lord!
Tisco!
Dude, it's like an $85 card.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Already first pack magic. Fat W's.
Agent DMG stickers when? Do you guys actually want it? Because we can start making it.
We can make the stickers. No, Bobby. Like, we're getting the cases tomorrow, so you can put your orders in now.
We're not streaming tomorrow, though. We're streaming on Saturday.
Yeah. Because tomorrow...
Why couldn't that be my box?
Tomorrow we have an event we have to go to.
No, this isn't his sealed box, no.
Chow, why couldn't that be my box?
Oh my god, Tisco has ads.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker, just sub! Like, he can't even hear me. It's okay.
I know, he can't even hear you.
How much credit do I got in the bank?
Oh yeah, you do have some credit. You have... Let me see.
Is this still BB no money? Baby no money.
Let me see. What's the it's Google Sheets, right?
All right.
You have it on? Right, Google Sheets.
Yeah.
Let's see, Bubby. How much do you have?
Pit Crew. Faithful Manufacturer, Arena Bar.
Oh wait,
Ride
Bobby.
the Wind.
Bobby doesn't have any. Oh no. Oh, because from the
Oh man, we know. Thank you so much.
Bobby,
Oh my
let me
God.
get you the amount because I don't know what Aaron took out from like your whatchamacallit, your Riftbound box. I'll give you the amount that you have in credit right after this. After the stream.
Defy. Kiana.
Hey yo.
Nice. Very nice.
But you have a decent amount, so I'll give that to
$10
you.
Card. Progress Day and Recruit. Damn.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do the math after this.
Are Chao and Yugi in the same luck category? No, Chao has better luck.
No. Yugi is the worst by far. I love Yugi, but
Consult the past.
I don't know what Yugi did in his past life, but his luck
Room
is
prison,
terrible.
mobilize, sneaky deckhand, call to glory, stack deck.
Hey, $5.
Let's go,
$5 common
$5.
card. $5 common.
Facebreaker, hidden blade, garbage grabber, king's edict.
That's crazy.
So while I get rarity and scarcity, why is it so hard to get the basic starter decks? They didn't print enough.
They didn't print enough.
And there's too high of a demand.
It's really sad because you know the booster boxes, like you said, I get why it's hard to get their hands on.
Challenge,
but like
Undercover
the starter deck
Fusion.
should be way more printed.
Sun Disc. Ooh, Catalyst of Aeons? Not bad.
It's not that good.
It's hard to find.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kog'Maw, Blitzcrank.
Glitzy boy.
Ooh, Misfortune! This is the alt
Buccaneer.
art.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice,
MF,
nice.
bye. Alright, where's the MF? The motherfucker.
It's probably like $10.
Yeah. I don't think it's a very high value MF. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Origins.
The Time Warp, though.
Time Warp is very expensive.
I overheard you talking about your League account to play Rift. Imagine they see the past month's chat history during check-in. Do you have something to hide, KBBQ?
He always does. He's full of surprises.
Sand United, Cleave, Rebuke,
You
Force
said it was
Future,
Misfortune
Doomdrake.
Alt Art, right?
Yeah. Block, Peak Guardian, Brazen Buccaneer,
MF Alt Art.
Thunder Song,
Oh yeah, it's like
Relentless
$6.
Storm. Oh, that's like almost a stack deck.
Well, I mean, he does have the Time Warp, so Time Warp is like basically getting like a signature card essentially.
Because I used to play UFS/Buddy Fight, and Rift and Gundam have my eye on right now. Oh man. Yeah, it sucks. And especially even with Gundam, we actually have Gundam GD02, but Gundam is actually one of the most difficult
Products to get.
Yeah.
It's like it's super allocated and it's kind of frustrating. I wouldn't say kind of, it's actually really very frustrating. And so one of our goals with the stream is always to get as much of the hardest product. Is to get as much of the hardest product you can't find and make it as readily as available as possible for you guys. That's how like we operate. Unlike other, I guess, Rip and Chip streams where they have like billions of products everywhere, we just kind of cater to whatever is like the newest.
No, I have enough.
We try to get the absolute max amount of it so you guys can enjoy it to its fullest potential. That's sort of like been our kind of bread and butter when it came to like Rip and Chip for our personal stream.
License Armory, Wild Claw Shaman, Party Favors, Jinx. Ew, the rat. Leave the rat alone, okay?
The rat. Rat-ta-ta-ta.
Hey, I love the rat. Call the Week, Morbid Return, Raging Soul, Solari, Reinforce, Call to Glory, Madden Marauder, Caitlyn.
Is there also any other products that you guys want? I mean, I know Barbecue's already said he wants his Azure Lane. He wants to see more Booba. I get it. So I have Azure already written down. Is there any other products that like you guys want to open that's not like Phantasmal or like we have Avatar coming in next week? But is there anything else outside of that you guys want to see more of?
Student,
and I have Riftbound coming in too.
Spoils of War, Facebreaker,
Final Fantasy. You know, I could get Final Fantasy.
Ooh, Order Rune.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Once I sell some of my product, I want to open Uma. Hey. Let's go. We do have Uma.
How's FF doing right now?
Good question.
That's a great question.
Let's see what the collector boxes are right now.
I bet 1100, 1200? 1200.
It's probably around there. It came down a little bit.
Okay, then 1100.
It's actually pretty, I wouldn't say it's affordable, but it's less than what it was before.
Okay.
Final Fantasy collector.
When does it usually climb?
Who said that?
Okay, BBQ.
Oh,
Sprite call,
it's
confront,
kind of random, honestly. It's so
Vanguard,
what I would say is when it
dangerous
climbs
duo,
most is typically
Poro,
when there's a
loose
targeted
cannon,
buyout of people that
Kraken
think that it's
Hunter.
going to like go crazy, so they target it and then buy it out. Or when there's another
Oh.
when there's another like big Final Fantasy product coming in.
Oh, damn, it went down.
Oh, it's actually pretty affordable.
It's 1100.
1150. Not 1100, 1150.
1125.
No, plus $15
Oh.
shipping. So 1150. Yeah, 1150. It's actually
Bars
not bad.
back to back, arena
So if
bars.
there's ever a time where you actually wanted to open up Final Fantasy, it's cheaper now than it was
Singularity! Nice, nice. Magma worm.
before. How many
Ooh, blind monk.
chocobos have been
Overt
pulled?
operation.
Let's see. Golden chocobo tracker. How many have been pulled?
But also, this isn't like 100%.
It's not 100%.
Because a
It's
lot of
just-
people hide it when they
They sign NDAs when they actually find it.
43 out of 77.
So they said 43 out of 77 have been found. Once Aaron shows this pack, we'll show you real quick. Just so people know.
Windwall, whirlwind. Ooh, Kaisa
Yeah, it's a lot.
evolutionary, karma. Whoa, Deadpool Predator!
Yo, that's good.
Yo, you got a very
Tisco,
playable box.
You have two very playable cards at its max value. It's like $90 and 90 and $100. That's 190 right there.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all. And extremely good meta cards. Like everyone rocks them in their decks. But just to kind of give you guys a perspective, this is how many golden chocobos have been found publicly. This number is probably higher. I've already heard of a couple of NDAs being signed for some of the cards that have been pulled. If I had to guess, it's probably closer to 50 something, like low 50s. With that being said, there's still at least 25 chocobos out there in the wild. So, if you think about it, there's a good shot that one of you guys might be able to find one. So,
Go down, go down.
damn, look at that. That's the price distribution.
Damn. That's only 8.
That's only 8. 8 chocobos were between 50 to 100K. Yeah, the price went up. Yeah. The last one I heard sold for around like 80 grand barbecue. That's the last recorded sale I heard.
They all sent it to CGC?
Yeah. The earlier...
I bet you it was after they sent it to PSA. And
no, they sent it to BGS initially,
oh,
and it got
right.
fucked. So then they would send it to CGC because of higher grades.
Wait, go down, go down. Oh, yeah, BGS
So
was
BGS
more.
was first, and then they crack it out and send it to CGC, typically. There's not very many PSAs, actually.
Oh, there's 2 BGSs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just 4.
So this is also a good reason why to look at stuff like this, because when you look at it, right, obviously there's a lot more found in the beginning, but the reason why these boxes climb over time is because look at this. Between the last like month, only 1 golden chocobo was found. So if you think about it, right, as more and more of these boxes kind of get decimated of people trying to find the golden chocobo, there's always going to be at least a couple chocobos left out in the wild because people keep sealed all the time. So these boxes across like, many years, you can imagine that they're going to get very, very expensive because there's going to be other creators in the future, like 5 years from now, going to be like, man, I really want to chase that golden chocobo. Let's go open up some boxes. And by that point, they're probably be like 3 to 4 grand at least per box. So,
why would they
nutty.
sign an NDA for pulling one?
So they signed NDAs for pulling one Cinegang because the people who own large positions of the collector booster boxes don't want people to know how many are actually pulled. And so that's sort of why they do that. Some of them also want to corner the market on certain chocobos. So that way, from a scarcity perspective, it's way more valuable if you're trying to pick one up because it seems like from a awareness perspective, there's less of them out there. So it's already scarcity on top of artificial scarcity. And the artificial scarcity is basically hiding the fact that some people own multiple copies. That's why they sign NDAs. Do I think it's ethical? It's up to debate. I'm not a big fan of that approach, to be honest, but they are basically creating artificial scarcity on top of an already extraordinarily scarce product or a scarce item. And that's sort of like one of the big reasons why they do NDAs. It's also sometimes they want to do like a big reveal later, so they sign NDAs so you can't talk about it. But I will say that this product will likely be one of the most heavily invested into, if not already, most heavily invested to
Yep,
Magic
KBBK,
product of
that's
all
what he
time.
said.
Yeah, it's really really crazy.
All right, continuing on.
Do you think TCG will retain their value during the apocalypse?
No.
No. At that point, barbecue, if you're in an apocalypse, I don't think anyone on the interwebs here is going to survive, okay? You guys have already pretty much surrendered your soul at that point.
Ember Monk, Twisted Fate, Jinx!
Oh, that's the other alt
That's
art.
your other alt art.
So that's all the alt arts. Or you might get a show. You might get a signature still, though.
Yeah, the Soul Stones did not.
Yeah, the Soul Stones actually held their value. What should I collect in the apocalypse?
Food.
Water and food. Barbecue. If you own all the water, you're gonna be a rich man. If you own water and guns and ammunition, you'll be a rich man. And food. But I'll tell you right now, if we go to the apocalypse, Aaron and I are gonna be broke as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. So we hope there's no apocalypse. Ooh,
Sonya's Hourglass, nice. Bye.
Pretty much.
PSA 10 Water Grail.
Yeah. Yeah, like Bo said, waters, guns, ammo, gas, solar panels. Yeah. That's what's gonna be like major stonkage during apocalypse. Anyone need rares and such to build, please buy from me. Chow needs that money back. I don't know.
I feel like AL2 will retain their value for reasons.
It's only in barbecue's world, though.
Bouncer,
the
Boss, and Warwick.
The Boss.
A raid hospital for painkillers. Ooh, and what are those things called? What? Oh my god, why can't I remember? Not painkillers, the one that gets rid of infections. Antibiotics.
Antibiotics, yeah.
Antibiotics.
Are big. Even the survivors need to goon to something. You know, at that point, Bobby, you know who's gonna make a lot of money is Coconut, okay? Coconut has all those DVDs of all those like hentai videos. I guarantee you Coconut is gonna be a millionaire in that market, dude. When all the internet goes down and everything's apocalyptic, you can have a little DVD player and you can watch your pirated hentai.
Foxfire.
Oh, you haven't seen
Very
that in a
pretty.
while. You can watch all the pirated hentai you want.
I actually just sent away for my first slab. One is for my kid, number 3 for Christmas. Aww. 5 are for me because it's mostly snow and ice, and one is a Gengar Mim. All team up, so I'm gonna sell to buy lens for my photography. I love that.
It's very wholesome.
I love that.
It's a good story too.
Oh, for baby number 3, congratulations.
But that's how cool it is too, though, to be able to just like
Void Seeker.
That's pretty good. Discipline. It's cool that you can just like sell Pokemon cards to fuel your other hobbies. Like it's really really cool that it's gone to that point where it's like a currency at this point. You know. Like back in the day, like dude, if you told anyone you collected Pokemon cards, you were seen as weird.
I can't imagine Aaron using 4-in-1 shampoo during the apocalypse and enjoying it. I think at that point I'll probably just cut my hair short.
Yeah, probably.
I think that would be the best
I don't think
thing.
Aaron and I would survive very long in the apocalypse though, because we complain about food all day. Though. Yeah, that's true, but we complain about food all day.
That's true. Get excited. CT, I would rather die than not get boba, okay?
I can't get boba. My life is over. Praise the Lord for anime yiddies, someone in the apocalypse.
Crazy.
Sino says I only have
Dr.
kid
Mundo.
number 1. Hey, that's good.
Infernal.
It's like $25.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sino says I only have kid number 1, but it's a cute kid, Sino.
Kid number 3. He is 13. I have 4, 18, 15, 13, and 8? Wait.
What?
You have a whole league team.
Dude, you have basically fakers all across the roster right there.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Booba sounds good right now, not gonna lie, right?
Oh my goodness. I'd still be looking for a Charizard in the apocalypse. You know, at that point,
What do you do with the kids?
at that point, Don, you'd probably be pretty good.
How do you hang out? How do you hang out with all of them?
Dude, that's a lot.
That's a lot of kids. Time to kick the 18 out.
Oh my God.
In this economy, poor thing.
Dude, that's fucked up, barbecue.
Pouty Poro.
You know how hard it is to find a job right now?
Yeah. Trade Zards for water.
And yeah, I grew up in the 90s. I had over 10K in sports cards till fire took it out, but still was these won't be worth anything.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Fiora. Sunder. More people are living with parents nowadays. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because they have to.
They're using it the Asian way.
It's too expensive.
Even non-Asian people are keeping their kids at home.
It's too expensive to pay for rent a lot of times. Especially from California or New York or one of like those like really stupid high like rent areas.
Shading Memories,
So
Confront, Solari Shrine, Raging Firebrand.
Dude, I had high school classmates when I came back from New York from a trip. About to go come home for a little bit during the holiday when I was working in New York.
Oh wow, Zed.
This is when like Aaron and I were first seeing each other. Like my friends were like asked me like, dude, like how is it like living in New York? Like how do you pay for rent? Like I can't even pay for rent here. So I moved to like, you know, I don't know where they went to. I think they went to like Seattle or something like that. And Seattle's not cheap either, but it's cheaper than SoCal. So
Blast Cone
we were just like, I mean, it's hard, but like you do it.
Primal Strength.
But I can only imagine.
Oh,
very good.
Seal of Unity. That's very nice.
$30. I can only imagine what it's like for people who are fresh grads that don't have jobs. Like it's really hard. It's really, really hard.
Zed, that's really smart though. Look at what Zed said. After
Zed,
college, I came home for 5 years and saved for a house.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
That's actually so smart. Like that's what I wish more people did that.
Because I feel like back then, like for us, it was kind of shameful to live with your parents.
Oh, I had no choice. My parents said you either get out of the house or you're a failure. So I said, okay, thanks, mom. Granted, my mom was a little different, and my dad and my mom are a little different in the sense that like they put me through like programs to like get jobs like that are like, you know, like feeder schools. So it's just like I had to perform because I literally went to like a design boot camp to get a job from it, and if I didn't get a job from that, it's kind of embarrassing. So, you know, I guess to my parents' point, it kind of made sense. But I do get though, like if you don't have like the tools to find a job, it's very tough.
Yeah,
it's very tough.
So, I definitely feel the pressure to hustle here in New York. Yeah. So when I left New York, I actually didn't know. But when I came to came to California, I would feel so calm, and I didn't realize that I was on high alert when I was living in New York. Like, if you didn't have a job, and then you also had if you didn't have a side project, and and you were also doing something else on the side, like you had to have at least 2 side projects and a job in order to really fit in New York.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't do something, if you didn't do any of that, they'll be like, what are you doing with your life?
They definitely judge you.
Yeah.
Like New York is a very hustle bustle mentality. Like LA is also very fast paced, but like compared to New York, it's so slow.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I find it funny when people are like, dude, LA is so
also
fast paced, man. I can't live here. And I'm like, bro, you have not lived in New York City, dude. New York City is like crazy. All right, Delverton.
In LA, you don't you have to pass exam to even get into a decent high school?
That's only if like you're going to like those like they're called magnet schools, barbecue. So there's programs called magnet schools that are like basically like feeder schools to get into like the top universities. Those ones you do have to test into. They're a public school that have like higher standards. Not saying that the other public schools aren't good, but those schools usually produce more people that go to like the quote unquote like top 20, top 25 universities.
Rides the wind,
Other schools,
Heartless,
obviously, you can
Raven
still do
Winds
that,
Throne.
but there's just less opportunity at the
Well, I
schools
live
that
in New
aren't magnet
Jersey now.
schools.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
first moved to New York, I actually lived in Jersey City. It was great. It was really great. But I ended up moving to New York, like New York City, because it. I just I was going around everywhere, so I loved Hell's Kitchen. So my friend and I, who I don't talk to anymore, um, lived in New York City in Hell's Kitchen. It was amazing. They have great gay bars, lots of amazing food, and you're right next to Times Square. So you get a lot of crazies.
Yeah, I would say too, Dre, that New York City is still faster than Tokyo. Like Tokyo is like fast paced, but I think
It's not hustle
it's not
culture.
hustle culture.
It's like just living to survive in
Yeah,
Japan.
it's survival culture.
Yeah, but then in New York, it's like hustle. Hustle is
this is
completely
Holland. My
different.
bad.
Yeah. Hustle is completely
Yeah.
different. New York hustle, guys, if you haven't lived in New York, you haven't felt what hustle means. You have
Well,
not.
I won't like.
No, CT. There's like I genuinely think like I've lived in New York. I lived in New York. I've lived in Hong Kong. I have a lot of friends in Korea, and I feel like hustle culture is mostly in New York.
I feel
There's
like there's
no
more
one
of
else.
it in New York, but doesn't mean that there's not hustle culture elsewhere. It's just not as extreme as New York.
Sure.
New York is the most extreme when it comes to hustle culture. And I've lived in Chicago, I've lived in LA, I've lived in Boston, I lived in New York.
Yeah, but then fast in that sense in Tokyo doesn't mean anything because Tokyo, I feel like you just kind of follow the rules and you just like, have your one job and like you sit at your desk all day and blah blah blah. In New York, you go to your job, you drink like 20 coffees and then you also and Red Bulls at the same
And then
time.
you drink with your senpais after work.
Yeah, and then you drink and then you also have to work on project on the side. There's like no spare time. Like you have to explore New York, you have to do this. Like there's so much.
Disco says live in New Jersey to get hit by high taxes and then rip cards at Keem's house.
Oh my god. So another good thing about living in Jersey while you work in New York is that New York actually has a city tax. And if you live in New York City, you pay New York City taxes. Like it's separate from New York State tax and New York City tax. So you pay an extra tax to live in New York City. So when you live in New Jersey, you don't get hit with that extra tax. So that's also nice too. If you live in
It's funny you say that, Cool Brew too, because Cool Brew, there's only so many magnet schools that are like in like the SoCal area, so I can probably pinpoint which one it is.
Yeah, South Korea hustle culture is literally before college. Right before college and then right after you go to college and then you find a job, your life is set. Your life is pretty much set. I know we don't have any more Riftbound. This was the last box that we were
getting
waiting
more
for.
next week. We're getting more next week.
Tisco.
Next week I have 3 booster boxes coming in.
And we'll sell it for
We'll sell it as packs, so everyone has a chance to rip it.
And we'll mix it all.
Because I've kept on getting asked so many times, could you please get Riftbound? I'm just like, all right, I'll figure it out. I will say though, guys, it is a pain in the ass to get Riftbound. Like, it's to the point where it's like more work than it should be.
Dre, that's like me too. Like, so I grew up in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is very fast paced too. But Korea is like even faster, whatever. But New York fast is like also kind of different too. So when I moved to California, like I was like, what is this calmness I feel?
You know, she said for the first time I actually slept good for once. She's like, wow, it must be nice to have peaceful sleep for once. And then when
Yeah,
she
like
felt
we
it,
woke up with like literal like
the
birds
birds
chirping
chirping.
and CT's mom's like solar powered like little ringing things, and it's just so peaceful and meditative. Whereas like in New York, it's like a fire truck and like people screaming at each other. Some homeless person is fighting a rat. Like, it's like that kind of shit.
Yeah, and somebody getting arrested for doing something. I mean, it happens in LA all the time, but New York is more obvious because you see it right in front of your face.
Congrats to Isco. That was pretty good.
That's actually pretty good.
That's a pretty good box.
That's like you already made your box's value right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did. That's crazy.
But living in New Jersey, you gotta pay for the commuting, which is like minimum an hour. Not really. If you live in Jersey City, like you can just take the oh my God, I can't even remember. You can just take that subway thing. I can't remember what it's called, and you get there in less than 30 minutes. Depends on where you work too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Waking up to birds chirping sounds like some shit from a Disney movie. Yeah,
Kind of
that's
is.
literally what I said to CT. I was like,
Are you putting this in
how?
here too?
I was like, how is it
Oh.
possible that you guys actually have birds chirping? And then I saw like a hummingbird for the first time when I was in New York, when I was in
Can you give me a pen so I can
California.
write his name?
So I was like, what the fuck?
Sounds like Gardena.
Thank you, Icon, for the 3 stream streak.
Thank you, thank you.
And then also I actually really liked commuting because it's not like you're driving. You're just in a subway. So I would just read books. I would draw on my iPad. And because you have no access to internet, by the way, because New York City subway is trash. They don't have any like data when you're under there. So you end up just actually doing things. Yes, the path, that's right.
Little town.
Yes, the path.
Little people.
I actually take the ferry in from New Jersey. Oh, that's another way.
Bonjour.
Oh, then I know where you...
Who is the daughter with the fame?
Is it... Oh. Does anyone want to open Gundam? We can do it for packs. We can do it for the box. Box is 165, and then we can do packs for 7.
You can drink and take the subway.
Guys, I've
fallen asleep on the subway to Coney Island so many times.
Yeah, no,
I'm
not
so
that,
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
NYC Koreatown is booty, and Bergen County is the largest Korean population in U.S. Yo, NYC Koreatown was CT and I's stomping grounds.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Too much money spent there, but it was fun.
Guys, we used to spend almost like
$200 a week.
Yeah, $200.
No, sorry, not a week. It was like sometimes it was a day.
Yeah,
it was bad.
It was pretty bad. Our public transport has Wi-Fi. Nice. See, that's really nice. I think Korea too. You can drink and take the subway. Bergen County represent. I felt the same leaving New York City. Wait, Tezu, really? But you live in like a pretty busy place now too. You're like very tech focused. So like, aren't you like still pretty busy? But like New York is like, you have to hustle. Oh my God. So I tell CT this, and Tezu is just like my personal friend from college. But oh, if you do packs, how do we pay? Search on our PayPal, and you can send through PayPal, Zelle, or any of those payments. So Tezu did this like amazing
I'll help you with that old man window.
Wait, Tezu, can I say your Instagram thing that like you did for your challenge? Because I still love that challenge that you did, and I still show it to CT, and I'm like, this guy is like so incredible.
No, this is the shop.
I haven't owned a car for like 15 years. Park baby. I lived in all white town. Damn, Bobby. I take 2-hour train ride to Penn Station at $18 one way. What?
That's crazy.
That's a lot. BCD to Pocha to Mission. BCD was ass. I never go to the
Okay, I never did
City
BCD
one.
barbecue, but we did Pocha a lot.
Yeah.
We went to a place called Mui a lot. That was our stomping ground. We knew all the bartenders. Too many nights where they saw us fucked up, and they're just like, "Are you guys okay?" And then usually, if you're falling asleep at the bar, they kick you out because we were like VIP there.
No, we were actual VIP.
We were VIP there. They let us sleep there and do whatever we want. We like wait. Did we wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning? They're like, we're closed, right? Oh, okay. And we just
like literally,
out.
what would happen is that we would go. So we would go every weekend, so they just knew. Like we didn't have to put in a reservation or anything, and we would have the biggest table that's just saved for us, and we would all just show up one by one at like 9-10 p.m. or something, and we would drink until 4 a.m.
That's bad.
Your internet is shit today? Wait, really?
Is it?
It does look like it's dropping frames.
Oh yeah, it does.
What the fuck? I thought it was my hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it might be lagging.
Wait, really? What the fuck? Dude, I don't know. This thing has been like, I don't know. Even with my league client, it's been going crazy. I thought the lagging was just me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was wondering why our thing was dropping frames.
That's weird.
Wait, is it lagging or like how is it lagging? Oh my god, Neo, I'm so sorry. Okay, it's getting better now. I think. I wonder what's going on. Damn internet. New Jersey transit increasing every time I use it. Yeah, but I love New York. I love New York, but then I think that once I'm actually there again, I'm gonna feel that pressure, and I don't think I can handle it anymore. Because every other stream video works fine for me, and you guys keep lagging even at 160. Dude, it's this fucking spectrum, man.
Goddamn spectrum.
So don't in Fort Lee before it went to shit. LOL. We were gaslit. Oh my god. Pochop 32 with the cut watermelon filled with soju. Been there, done that.
You know that.
Been
you know
there,
it,
done that.
You know it, Dre.
Oh my god.
You know it.
You know, Pochop 32 actually has really good makgeolli.
That's true. I got fucked up on that shit.
They have honey makgeolli. They have melon makgeolli, and then they also have hazelnut makgeolli and banana makgeolli. Their banana makgeolli is the best, and hazelnut is like really good too. Is Mui the one with pool tables? Okay, so Mui,
They changed it.
they changed a lot. Like now, it's not the vibe that we had before.